Hi, my name is Pierre Walters and I want to welcome you to BDesk. In this video, I want to introduce you to the role of guide and what it's like to help clients on our platform. Being a guide is a rewarding experience and is best suited for self-starters and people with natural sales experience. Don't worry, very little of what you'll be doing as a guide is traditional sales. In fact, offering guidance to a BDesk client revolves around assisting them in articulating their vision for their brand, developing a few simple but effective strategies, and suggesting the right services to bring them closer to success. When you're just getting started in BDesk, your dashboard will look like this: simple, clean, and effective. But don't worry, as you begin working with clients, your dashboard will quickly come alive with updates, helpful information, and valuable earnings. In fact, working as a guide on BDesk is one of the best opportunities for passive income available, and all you have to do is follow this easy to understand flow. When a client is assigned to you in BDesk, you'll receive a notification, like this. When you click on the notification, it'll take you to your community page. On your community page, you'll see your new client listed. To accept and get started with your new client, simply click the blue Accept Client button. Pressing this button will load up a pre-written message that helps you introduce yourself to your client and welcome them to BDesk. What's important is that your message will give your client an opportunity to let you know their best date and time for a discussion. Meeting via phone or online conference is the most effective way to engage with a new client on BDesk. Don't be shy. Let your personality shine. When your client responds to your message, take a moment to work out the details for how you'll connect. We recommend using a virtual number or conference line like eVoice or Uber Conference to connect. Simply agree to a date and time that works best for you, both, and provide your client with the number or online link to reach you at that time. When you're connected, take a moment to introduce yourself to your client. Give them a little background about your experience as an entrepreneur or professional, and take a moment to ask them questions about what they're hoping to build or achieve in BDesk. During your conversation, navigate to your work page and select New Brand Reference. This form makes it easy to guide the conversation with your client and learn more about their vision. On the new brand reference page, slowly fill out each item based on the answers your client provides. It's easy to take your client step by step through this form, starting with their brand name, and then a brief description of their brand. Spend time with them and get to know their vision and mission. Make sure you type it out in a way that they agree with and makes sense for everyone who reads it. Sometimes your client won't have their thoughts fully formed yet, but that's okay. Just put your best understanding of their intent in each of these fields and slowly fill out the form. In this example, my client Calvin is interested in starting a restaurant. The Inspiration Gallery is an opportunity for me to get inside his head and learn more about his influences, imagery of other restaurants that he likes, other chefs he admires, and generally any resources across the web that help to better paint the picture he sees. If your client already has a brand with a logo, go ahead and fill out some of these details so that your BDesk team understands the best ways to use or represent his logo. Take note of their brand color palette and typography if they are able to share any of these details with you. And lastly, write a good description of their brand voice, the tone of voice they want to have with their customers. This is important because it will help influence any written copy that we develop to express or market their brand. On completion of the brand reference, make sure you click Submit to save. Then move right along into the new revenue strategy form. This is exciting because it helps both you and the client to visualize the revenue potential of their business idea. It also has the added benefit of providing detailed strategic recommendations that make it easy to recommend the right service to help your client succeed. Give this strategy a name, like that of your client's product or service. The first part of this strategy is to identify a goal for the customer reach for each branding solution. Starting with social media, you'll want to set a numeric goal with your client that makes sense given their current audience on social media. For example, my client is just getting started and has a few hundred followers on social media. I'm going to recommend that we set a goal to touch 50,000 people on social media by way of both organic and paid reach. To keep things relatively simple, I'm going to set the same goal for each of these solutions. Now, choose the engagement strategy by simply asking the client how they'd like to target their audience, choosing from casual, which is only some people, to professional, which is many people, all the way to aggressive, which is many people, in fact, as many people as possible. We use easy to understand language like this to easily help the client get a sense of how they can apply complex strategic tools to reach their audience. While aggressive means that spending on advertising to reach as many people as possible is the goal, casual implies that the client would like to be budget conscious. Professional, well, that's somewhere in the middle. Choose the approach for converting those who see your marketing into prospective customers. Again, this can be aggressive, professional, or casual. For example, aggressive might mean offering crazy deals and discounts that cut through any resistance your customer may have, whereas casual might mean approaching only those who actually express interest. Lastly, choose the approach for converting prospects into purchasing customers. A casual approach means that your strategy does little to compel the customer and relies mainly on their level of interest. In this sense, professional might mean pushing to offer deals and incentives or strong calls to action that can help move a prospect to a purchaser. Of course, an aggressive strategy means that you'll close a customer at any cost, and while it often results in more sales, the cost for marketing is also dramatically higher. Selecting a revenue term allows you and your client to set a term for your strategy and a pace for moving forward. And when it comes to product price, I've asked Calvin about the price for the average meal purchased at his restaurant. His guess was $125 for a meal for two. When you click See the Chart, the real magic begins. BrandDesk creates a beautiful strategy that provides clarity on the potential reach and earnings of your client's vision. This is a powerful way to visualize what strategies are most effective and their earning potential. Obviously, all numbers in this strategy are estimates, and returns are not guaranteed. But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, with a clear strategy like this, success is just a matter of execution. The revenue strategy includes a total reach, which in our case is 300,000 people. Based on the engagement, BrandDesk is estimating that from 300,000 people, Calvin can earn almost 2,000 customers, which is nearly $250,000 in 12 months. Now that's not bad for just getting started. The strategy calculation breaks down the potentials for each branding solution, from programs and events to publishing to video marketing, web presence, public relations, and social media. Each solution provides a breakdown of the audience reach, those who are engaged, those who become prospects, and those who are likely to become customers. No strategy would be complete without a set of goals, and BrandDesk provides a handy engagement goal that lets us know how many people to reach each month and how many could become customers. The recommended solutions section is a godsend for clients and guides alike because it takes some of the more complex solutions and simplifies them into easy to understand strategic solutions based on budget and potential customer return. For example, let's take a look at the web presence solution. Here, we can see that because our monthly engagement method is professional, Calvin could stand to earn approximately 243 customers if he launches with the professional web strategy. Now, the professional web strategy will cost about $1,000 to fully execute, but if Calvin's average customer spends $125, then with 243 customers, he stands to earn over $30,000 just from website conversions. So let's take a look at this strategy. When you click on the order button, BrandDesk will provide an easy-to-read strategic outline that details each service we recommend for this professional strategy. Your job is to walk your client through each of these service recommendations. You can start by simply reading the service description available. If your client has questions related to what's included in each service, simply click the title and BrandDesk will load up the service proposal where both you and the client can see the details therein. You do not have to be an expert. You're simply a guide, making it easy for your client to find the right service for them. In my case, I'm going to walk through each of these services with Calvin to help him understand what each does. I can see that there are 3 web programming options, and I want to help him choose the right one for him. While option 2 and 3 require professional programming, option 1 allows Calvin to build his site himself using our BrandDesk website builder. Because Calvin is price conscious, I know he'll really appreciate this option. Once we've reviewed each of these services, I'll click the Create a New Action Plan button to place the services that Calvin wants to order into an action plan, which is like a shopping list that gets saved on his account. Now, what's great about this plan is that as a guide, I will earn 100 points plus 7% on each purchase he makes from this plan. So, I want to make sure this plan is comprehensive and suits his needs perfectly. I'll start by writing the goal of the plan, the description in detail, and then I'll begin adding each service that Calvin likes to his plan in order of priority. Once you've finished a similar process with your client, you can easily review the plan to make sure they're happy and click Submit to save it to their account. That's it! That's all that needs to be done at this stage. Now, your client can purchase each service directly from their plan at their convenience, and when they do, you'll passively earn commission and points. Earnings while we sleep. If your client wants to focus heavily on social media, then take the time to make a social action plan for them. Simply go to your work page and click New Social Action Plan in the Create menu. This is a fun collaborative process that allows you to guide the client through the process of creating social media parameters. You'll collect their current social media credentials, only necessary if they would like our team to manage or represent them on social media. You'll help them identify their social media presence, famous personalities or favorite people that they want to align with, and which major brands they'd like to associate themselves with. You'll finish the plan by helping them select about 5, give or take, different themes and topics that they'd like to discuss or get involved with on social media. And when you click the Submit button, this plan is saved to their account with a built-in workflow that makes it easy for them to plan their own social media content each week. Now that you've created these strategies for your client, you rest comfortably knowing that as your client purchases these services, you'll earn points and money. I recommend checking in on your client once a week or once a month to see how they're doing. Look for opportunities to create new strategic plans for your client, and stay flexible to provide recommendations for your client over time as they look to order other services or submit tickets with requests that need your guidance. BrandDesk will always reward you with points and cash for the suggestions that you provide clients. Building a client community on BrandDesk and checking in with them from time to time is the best way to conveniently earn passive income on our platform. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your interest in BrandDesk. If you have any questions, let us know on our website. We're here to support you and to help you thrive as a guide on our platform.